Hey Nebraskans, last Wednesday, Washington Post reporter had two laptops, including her personal laptop, a digital watch, and her phone, taken by government agents. I want to talk about why this is an important change of pace. The reason the government has given for this feature is that there's a government contractor who took home a bunch of classified documents. He's currently being charged, and this is part of that investigation. This reporter comes in because she reported on these confidential documents. So one would make the connection that this contractor must have leaked them to her. But there's a few problems here. The contractor has not been charged with actually leaking any of the documents. Furthermore, a Biden-era policy, as well as a law, protects journalists and their work, except in the case of national security. And while that could be true, considering the confidentiality of the documents, what is important to understand is that she's also known as the government whisperer. This is because she's actually done a lot of reporting on a lot of leaks, in fact from 1,169 different sources. And her watch stores the locations that she's recently been to. Put it all together, and it's pretty easy to convince oneself the government might not be interested in just this one leak, but rather in the 1,169 leaks in total. The reason why this is different is because the government has historically used subpoenas to get this information, something you can either fight back against or hand over yourself. Immediately seizing it just because you have an investigation open, an investigation which doesn't even allege the leak to have happened, is a massive escalation in the exact same way that ICE is entering homes without a judicial warrant. Theoretically speaking, now any leak to a reporter could allow the government to seize all the devices of the reporter, related or not, which could even mean the government could fabricate a leak in order to grab the devices of a reporter. And at that point, seizing the devices of any reporter you want to a la carte is simply taking the mask off that process. Even though it might have been legal to seize the devices in this case, the fact that it wasn't done subpoena is an obvious escalation, and that's why it's important to discuss.